Welcome to Royal Brains Executive Kindergarten and Primary School, Ruaka Campus. We teach, inspire, and transform young minds to achieve their fullest potential. We identify, nurture, and develop child's individual talents. Register today at Royal Brain School Executive Kindergarten and Primary School, Ruaka Campus, a unique and executive school where the future begins.
Hi, great students. Teacher Agnes here. Welcome to my lesson today. Today I'll be teaching you something very interesting, so stay tuned. So before we start our lesson, it's always good to remind ourselves that we are keeping safe from coronavirus. Whatever is here, it's a mask, simple mask. Just put it on as you go outside and you'll be safe, okay? So today we're talking about question tags. Question tags. It's not the first time you hear about question tags. I know you know about them, but you might have forgotten, so we need to remind you, okay? So what is a question tag? Okay, sometimes you talk to your friends and maybe they're not listening and you want to invite them to your talk. Maybe you're in the same room, you're talking to them, but they're not maybe keen on what you say. So what do? Simple and clear, you add a question tag. A question tag is used to invite people to agree with what we are saying, okay? To agree with what we are saying. Some they can agree or not agree. So it's just to involve them in your talk. So to make a question tag, it's very easy. It's just like making ugali. You just take water, you need flour, you stir, and you have ugali. So simple and clear. If you need a question tag, we need three things that are very important. We need an auxiliary verb, which another name for an auxiliary verb, it's a helping verb. We need a personal pronoun, and we also need a question mark. So an auxiliary verb, I've given you examples. We have is, are, was, were, do, have, will. These are examples of helping verbs. And I know, because we have already covered that in class, you already know what is a helping verb. Should you have a problem with identifying helping verbs, catch up with me after the video lesson. I'll be able to aid you, okay? So a personal pronoun, you know what they are. I, you, she, he, it. So we need it to form our question tag. And the most important, it's called a question tag. The most important that should not be forgotten, it's a question mark, okay? So, having that, I have examples of question tags with me. Isn't it? Wasn't it? Does she? These are just examples. But how do you come up with them? So, I want you to know this, that in English, we have two types of statement. A statement can be negative and a statement can be positive. It's very easy for you to note a negative statement because a negative statement is going to use words like no, not, nothing, okay, neither. So if a statement contains such words, we will call it a negative statement, okay? If a sentence does not contain that, we will call it a positive statement, okay? So when you're giving question tags, these ones are considered. That's why I taken time to explain to you that we have two types of statements. So if the statement is positive, we add a negative tag. The question tag will be negative. So it's all the opposite of each. If I have a positive sentence here, then the question tag will be negative. This is a new dress. That statement is positive. So the question tag I will add here is a negative one. And how do I make a negative question tag? I only need to take the auxiliary verb and the word not. You remember in class 3, you learned about short form. You learned about short form of words like do not. Let me just write it somewhere. Words like do not, and you want to make a question tag. You want to make it in short form, you just write don't. So the same way you made short form here, now you need them more as you make a question tag. So for me to make a question tag negative, I only needed to add not, and I don't need to write not in full. The apostrophe here replaces the O that I was supposed to write. So this statement is positive, so it takes a negative question tag. The second one, you are playing rugby. you are playing rugby. So this statement is also positive, so it requires a question tag that is negative. And you find that I have used the auxiliary verb, okay, and I have used a question mark, and I've used the personal pronoun. Like here, it is replacing the dress, and you is replacing the you that is still used there, okay? So please note that it's very important for you to be able to form question tags. So having said that, on the other side, if the statement is negative, of course, the question tag will be positive, okay? So for example, he didn't go to the party. He did not go to the party. Because of the word not, the statement is negative. So we remove that not from the question tag, and then we have did he. So my question tag is positive. She was not rude to the teacher. Was she? So was not. Not makes the statement negative. So in the question tag, I don't use the not. I just say was she. So if the statement is negative, the question tag will be positive. So that was very simple. You have already known, for now, at this point, you already know what is a question tag and how to form a question tag, what you need. You already know which question tag to be put in which statement. So with me here is just something to note, and this the first part up here is just showing you what I have just explained. So I don't need to go through it because I believe you've understood, but I need to go through this note. I will read it out. Statement using neither, either, nobody, no one, nothing are considered as negative statement. Okay, so if you see these words in a statement, neither, either, nobody, no one, nothing, you will consider that statement as negative. Okay, therefore the question tag will be positive. We have exceptional cases, like the way we have special people. Okay, if the president comes here, you'll treat the president differently. When if it comes to your home, you'll treat him differently because maybe of his rank as a head. So we also have exceptions when we come to question tags. So for example, I have sentences like I am late, aren't I? Let's go home, shall we? So please note, sentences that appear like this, most of the time they take such question tags. I am late, that sentence is positive, and then we are giving it, now that sentence is negative from the word late, then we are giving it a negative question tag. Let's go home, let's go home. We expect this one to be negative, but it's positive, okay? So these are exceptional cases. So I have a task for you. Look at grab what is on the board and give me a question tag. I will be expecting the answer after the video lesson. So add a question tag to the following. So I have some sentences with me. They're just 4, they're not many. Just write them somewhere very quick, and then you add a question tag, okay? So if these shoes are yours, you add a question tag. He doesn't like your shoes. The visitors haven't arrived. She is your sister. So just add a relevant question tag and remember the rule that I've just mentioned, okay? So that brings us to the end of our video lesson today. Catch up with me in the next video lesson where we shall be talking about something else in grammar. Bye bye for now.